Hey guys, how you doing? Today is December 29, Friday. Then just after tonight's last trading day of the stock market, and we have to say goodbye to 2023, right? We have quite exciting 2023, right? Actually, in about September to October, then I thought that we quite sure that we will lose on this year, right? Quite sure, right? But then after that, then Fed is 180-degree turned it, and then said that then Fed may no longer putting up the interest rate, or may cut the interest rate 3 times in the next year, and then that is not started yet. Not started yet, right? But we see that the stock market just going up, and going up, right? So we turned it from lose, right, to win this year, right? So it's quite close, right? So my readers then will be, I hope you'll be happy, right? And I'll show you the result this year, right? So to me, it's not as good as yours, because in Hong Kong, then I cut all the Hong Kong stock and then changed them to US stock, right? Actually, I covered all the loss already, no loss, right? So, but if we from day one, we holding the US stock from 5 years before to now, then I tell you the result right now is 93%, right? And now is 60 months, that means 5 years. So our Falcon portfolio been increased by 93%, right? I hope then sooner or later will be 100%, right? We have 100% before, right, in 2023, 22, but then it goes down, and then now goes up, right? So today we'll talk about Simon Property, right? Simon Property then now has a strong buy rating, right? Just in few months before, then she has a strong sell rating. So the market changed, then we have to catch up of the pace, right, quickly, right? We should not have any idea in our head, then we should follow the market, right? Only then you have to have the value, right, investment, that's it, right? Value investment. And then like radar, you collect all the information from the market, right, from the whole world, right? But you may not need to do anything. I didn't do anything, right? We didn't do anything. Then this year, what I had done is then increased that 50% of my investment in the Microsoft and in the Apple, and then bought PayPal. That's it. Not changed anything. So this is the key, right? Then select the excellent or bad stock at the very beginning with a good price, and then keep monitoring. If needed, change. If needed, replace it, right? That's it. If no need, then hold and be patient. That's it, right? So our Falcon portfolio been 93% then for 60 months, right? So if any of you has any stock then want me to analyze, then you can leave your comment under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. So today we will talk about Simon Property. Now she has a strong buy rating. In the contrary to few months before, then she has a strong sell rating, right? So the market is like that, right? You have to modify yourself to catch up with the market. The market will not catch up with you, right? Then we have to modify ourselves to be more adaptable to the market change. Catch the big trend, not catch the 1 or 2 days change. No use, right? 1 or 2 days change, no use. Catch up with the big trend, right? Dow Jones yesterday 53 points, right? Not a big change, right? But you can see that it's approaching for 40,000, right? 40,000 is just about less than 10%, right? Maybe just 8% than 40,000. Keeping the 15,000 is the Nasdaq. So this is our Falcon 350,000 portfolio, right? We established on 2019 January. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 5 years, right? So 60 months. And you can see that our portfolio performance is 93% and Nasdaq still better than us, 95, right? So this year, 2023, we got portfolio performance of 45%, right? How I get this figure? I will mark down at the end of 2022 our portfolio value, and then we compare with that. You can see that 2020 we have 55, 21, 20, 21, year 2021, 22%, and last year we still have 1%, right? At the time, our portfolio been up to 100%, right? And then it tumbles down and we only get 1%. And then this year we get 45%, right? So we go to some headlines first, right? And then in 2023, right, just few days then is 2024. Then which one is the best performing market in Asia? And the answer is Japan, right? Nikkei's been rise at 28% this year, the 33 years high. And then if you ask me, then I think that she will continue in 2023. Normally it did. Normally it does, right? Then because she just in 1 year breaking through, then it still have few years for her to perform well, right? So still looking good. Singapore, right? You know that Singapore is now in a lot of aspects, especially in the transportation, right? In the trading, is replacing taking the orders from Hong Kong, right? So you can see that the goods and service tax will be increased just in few days, January 1st, from 8% to 9%, right? And the second phase of two-stage rates then is the sales tax, also raised it from 7% to 8%, right? Didn't change it for 15 years already then. But in Singapore, then she will use a lot of the tax back to the people in housing, right? In for the elderly, for the hospitals, something like that. So it's not like Hong Kong, right? She will, although she has quite more burden for the people in Singapore for the tax, right? She used a lot of most portion of the money then back to the people in Singapore, right? That's okay. Huawei is forecasting that she will get revenue increase in 2023 as a smartphone about 700 billion yen. That means about 9% revenue growth, right? For 2023. Then we all know that because now in China is by the policy, then you cannot, for the government then, or any enterprise then related to the government, then you cannot use the employees there cannot use the iPhone, cannot use iPhone, cannot use Samsung, cannot use Sony. Then you can only use the smartphone then produced by China inside. So Huawei really is the must choice, right? Except from Xiaomi or the others, right? So it's just by the policy, right? Not a fair fight. It's been a while for Xiaomi, right? Went into the EV and then now just announced it for a few hours presentation, right? And then her car model known as Xiaomi SU7 is in a trial production already, and then it will hit the domestic market in few months, right? So she did spend more than 10 billion yen, RMB, right? That means 1.4 billion US dollar to produce the car, right? But I will not bet on that because we all know that now China is because of subsidized, right? If do not have the subsidized, then the car will have a skyrocket selling price, right? So as China's economy is going down, then I do not suggest you to bet on this, right? If the subsidies from the government decreasing or go to nothing, then no one will buy it. Then you will buy the Porsche or buy the Tesla, right? So I will not bet on that, right? So for Boeing, right, then another not a very good news, right? Then she is urging for those that bought the 737 MAX, then to please immediately look at the bulk in the water control system, right, to see if any loose bolt, right? Then if you discover, please inform Boeing immediately. So the stock price immediately dropped at 1%, right? So I hope she improve it in a very short time, right, to raise the confidence of the investor, because we still remember the disaster in 2019, right? A lot of people killed it, right? A lot of people were dead, right, on that disaster. So she should ratify it immediately and no more it happens, right? So we go to Simon Property. Then we know that Simon Property is considered a lot of shopping malls, right? Shopping malls and mills. So during the pandemic, then it crashed, right? In the shopping mall, and in some of the shopping mall, then she has the shares in Asia, in Europe as well. Everything crashed, right? And now this year, then no pandemic anymore, right? Even in Japan, in Hong Kong, right, in Taiwan, then no pandemics. So she recovered very quickly. So take a look on Simon Properties all-time stock price. Then you can see that in the right-hand side, it just shoot up, right? Now the P/E ratio is 22.15 with a dividend of 5.27% per year. So in the past 5 years, then the stock price is disappointing, dropped at 13.8%. But if you have the dividend yield per year for 5%, then you should not have any loss, right? The only thing is the stock price decreased, right? And then if for the past 1 year, the stock price increased by 22%, right? And then from November, the stock price increased by 38%, right? It's marvelous. We take a look on the occupants, right? Then is the most realistic figure, right? For the US shopping malls, 95.2, okay. And for the outlet, for the mills, 97.4, excellent, right? And for the TRG domestic, right? Then another group that she has the she had the shares, 93.4. Then not very good, not very bad. And then we take a look on the inline store tenants, right? Inline store tenants. Then we all know the name, and they still not broke, right? They still not broke at the time, right? We know that famous name Gap, VS, Victoria's Secret, and then American Eagles, PVH, VF, Vanity Fair, Luxottica, and then LV, right? Then only for Luxottica is and now I think should be no rating, right? And then for LV is AA, and then the others is B, right? Still okay. And then for the tenants with the top anchors, right? Then JCPenney is no rating. JCPenney is very bad. We know that she filed for bankruptcy already, right? Macy, still okay. Then Nordstrom, right? Dick's, Sporting, then very famous. Target, very famous, right? And then Half-Spray and one more, then low rating, right? So, right? Not good and not bad. And we take a look on the dividend, right? Still marvelous. Then the red bar is for isolating then each year. 2020, right? 1.3 per quarter per share. And then it increased to 1.65, increased to 1.8, increased to now is 1.9, right? For the dividend, then is nowhere to say, right? And then we will be quite cautious then on the debt, right? Then we take a look on the net debt, right? Net debt level, right? Decreased a little bit, right? You see that my red arrow decreased a little bit. Why? Of course, because the interest rate still not go down, right? The Fed just said that it may stop increase the interest rate, right? So one is the non-recourse mortgage. Then non-recourse means if that company broke, you can only take the house or the collateral. No any further legal action that you can take, right? And then it's the unsecured net debt. Unsecured means no collateral, right? No collateral. That means you trust that company's debt, right? You need to have a very good rating from Moody, S&P, blah, 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 something like that, right? So fixed charge coverage, right? Okay, right? Then decrease a little bit, right? Not very bad, not very good. And then the unsecured interest coverage then increased a little bit, right? Just a little bit, right? And then for the fund flow payout ratio, then increase a little bit, right? That's good to us. That means the dividend, right? And then the interest rate, then now we know that 3.61, right? But you see that at 2023, end of September is 3.61. And then after that, quickly increased it to 5 and then now dropped it back to 3.6, 3.8. Right? And then the average yield to maturity is 6.8, 6.9 years, right? So still we have few years, then we should not worry a lot. And then for the occupants, for the consolidated assets, right? Ending of the occupants, right? 95.2 better than 2023, right? Then we take a look on that for ending of the occupants. And then for the base minimum rent, right? Increased it then more a little bit, just a little bit more than 2022, right? But for the bills ending occupants is a little bit lower than 2022, right? Not a lot of improvement because now still not putting down the interest rate, but not worse, right? Not worse anymore. Improved it a little bit. And this is the Moody's seasoned AAA corporate bond yield, right? We know that, right? November still 5.28, maybe for 2 months, then it's dropping down, right? And among those, right, Beauty Income, Simon Property, and Kim, something like that, right? The net income margin for SPG in this year is the most best one, right? 39.63, right? And then the return on equity is 64%, right? This year, only for this year, right? And then you see that Beauty Income, 3%. But their structure, when compared to Simon Property, are different. So the total revenue for Simon Property for the 3 months, right, increased, right, about 11%, right. And for the net income, wow, increased a lot, 38%, right, 30%. Must have some financial income, right? It doesn't matter, right? That we can count as increased by 38%, right? dividend just during the pandemic, right? But now gradually increase back to normal. And that is for the yield. Right now, the summer properties yield is 6%. Right, good enough. And if we take a look on beauty income also rebounds back, right? Also rebounds back, right? But only 18% compared to the rebounds of summer property of 38% because their property are different, right? Different. Summer property are shopping malls, and she dropped it much more than beauty income. So the rebound is more vigorous, right? But beauty income is different portfolio, right? So different things. Office building, and they went for so many years, or beauty income, they rent a whole building and then rent out for per. So they are consist of different portfolio and different strategy, right? And beauty income, then she has the dividend every month, right? But summer property is only per quarter, just as normal, right? So now summer property is only reflecting the Fed will not increase the interest rate in 2024, right? Only reflecting. It's not reflecting the real effect of the Fed really decrease the interest rate. If it does, then sure, then the stock price will rise up very vigorously, right? Because now it's $30 than to the peak of summer property. But if Fed does not decrease the interest rate and keeping everything normal, then it may hurt a little bit on summer properties' current stock price, right? Because the people may be disappointed, right? So be much careful on that, right? The Fed does not say that she will cut the interest rate. She just said that then she may not put up the interest rate in 2024. And a lot of the investment banks said that she will cut the interest rate 3 times, right? Totally is 3/4, and starting on March, then I will not comment on that because Fed never said that, right? So be careful on that, right? But no matter what, then even the Fed does not put up the interest rate, it will be a great help to all the property risks, right? And everything then about the interest rate, that means the inflation, right? Because now a lot of people increased their salary, and then the selling price been increased, right? So if only Fed not putting up the interest rate, it will be a great help to the stock market, right? Okay, thanks guys for watching, and then I hope everyone have a very nice weekend and Happy New Year to all of you. Then I will see you guys on 2024, and then please give us LCS, like, comment, share, and then please help to subscribe and then press the bell icon, right? See you guys next week. Have a Happy New Year 2024. Bye bye.